Hello, everyone. Welcome to this new series, Metal Made in Mexico, where we're going to be talking with some of the most representative bands in the country so that you, the people that follow them outside of Mexico, can get to know them even better. And for this episode, we have Rodo Castellanos from the band Acidez. So, welcome, Rodo. Please
What's
make
up?
a quick introduction of yourself.
Hello, everybody. My name is Rodo. I'm here with you guys today.
Perfect. Now, let's make a quick introduction of the band, the trajectory. I mean, we will talk later of all your international experience, but let us know about the band, how many years and how many records you have.
Yeah, the band we just turned 18 years old last month. No, 2 months ago in January. So we have 18 years playing punk, and we are we're gonna release the new albums really soon, like in this year, and it's gonna be the fifth album of Acidez, the fifth album. Yeah.
Perfect. Now, how would you describe the sound of the band for those that haven't heard you?
Mm, the band has changing a little bit since the beginning to now. For example, in the beginning, we were totally street punk band, uh, 100%, 100% street punk. Now we can say that the band is more metal, like no more metal, like it has more, little more metal, like thrash metal, for example. And we have another sounds like the beat from punk, the cross punk sound, like like rock and roll style, like Inepsy or something like this. And for example, this new album that we want to release this year, it's gonna be like totally trash punk album. It's like half and half. It's like the new Acidez sound and what we wanted to make since the beginning of the band. So now it's like the pure Acidez is gonna be in this new album.
Perfect. Now, how would you describe your personal sound as a guitar player? And in here, you can go into which guitar you use, the amp you like, and your picking style, anything you want.
No, that's interesting question. I never thought about this before, but I don't know. My sound is like it's totally rock and roll because I use a Gibson and I love Marshall. So I think it's really classic sound. But my right hand are totally my style because a lot of people can identify when they are listening acidez and when I am playing because I don't know how, but they told me, oh, this guitar is your sound. So I don't know how the people say that is my sound. I don't know why, but they can feel it that is Rodo. So for me, it's really mm, it's really good that the people can know that it's me playing. So I don't have a specific word to make which is my sound, but it's pure rock and roll.
Great. Now, we're going to get to the part where we get to know a little more where you come from. So we're going to discuss some influence and have you recommend some things. We're going to start with telling me 5 records that have been very influential to you, and more important than the records, why?
Okay, yes. For example, when I was 12 years old, I was listening my first album, like my first rock and roll album. It was Pantera, God was from Hell. Before punk, actually, I didn't know nothing about punk. Before I knew the Ramones or Misfits, I knew Pantera. And Cowboys from Hell for me is like one of the most albums that I can remember right now, and one of my iconic albums. This is the one, Cowboys from Hell from Pantera. I think the second one it's Misfits for sure, Famous Monsters. This album for me changed my life completely because I was like, what the fuck is this? I was like 14 years old. So this is the second one. The third one can be for sure Slayer, Hell Awaits. For me, when I discovered this album, I said, oh my God, music can be fucking satanic. So I was changing my style of music from metal to punk in that era of my life. So I started discovering bands like Slayer and blah blah blah. Back then I discovered bands like NoFX and more punk, and I start to listen more NoFX on my third album. No, it's my fourth album. It can be Punk in Drublic from NoFX, one of my iconic albums from my life, because I started this skateboarding in my life. So when I was 15 years old, I started skating because I was living in Los Angeles for 1 year with my mother. So a lot of people was skaters. So I started joining these people, and these people listen to punk rock. So I was metal. So thanks to the skateboarding, I started listening to punk rock. So first, this NoFX album, Punk in Drublic, for me are like one of my biggest influence. And the fifth one, the last one, I think Exploited. Exploited, Fuck the System. This album from 2003, I remember a lot because I start investigate that punk is more than melodic punk. Punk is more like Reflex, Rancid. This is more like soft stuff. So I learned about Exploited that punk is more hardcore, more aggressive like metal. So I say, oh my God, this album from Exploited changed my life because it's the mix of metal and punk, and it's what I like since the beginning of my life, since the beginning of my musician career. So Exploited is the fifth album.
Now, tell me one record that is a guilty pleasure that most people wouldn't believe you like.
Oh shit. I don't know the name of the record, but I love this band called Placebo.
Okay.
Placebo is like my band, like this totally different kind of music. I don't know the name of the record, but this band is my guilty pleasure, I think.
Okay. And now, well, you've played with hundreds of bands. Now, tell me three bands that you think have the best live show.
Oh my God. For sure, Slayer. I saw them 3 times already. Yeah. And these 3 times for me are like, nobody can win Slayer. Nobody, even Metallica, even Iron Maiden, even whatever you can say it, no one wins Slayer. For me, Slayer is my biggest live band I ever see with my eyes. The second one can be the Restarts. The Restarts are an English punk band from England, and they play hardcore punk and punk rock. And I already saw them 2 times, and for me it was like, because I listened them in CD or streaming, and I say, okay, they are good, but live they changed my mind completely. Like, oh my God, these bands are amazing. So the Restarts is the second one, and the third one, it can be, I'm gonna say NoFX too. Again, I saw NoFX in my city 3 years ago. So I swear by God, like, no, not by God, by the devil. Sorry, I swear by the devil that they put the album live, like they sound exactly the same than the albums. This is why I say NoFX. So NoFX, Slayer, and the Restarts.
Now I'm gonna put you in a little bit of more trouble. Please recommend to us three movies.
3 movies. I like gore. I love, but old school gore, like not profit, not profit. How do you say in English? No good, no with a lot of money
Okay.
movies. Like I like Dead Alive. It's
Okay.
my first one of my favorite movies ever, Dead Alive. I like Bad Taste. This movie is from the 80s, early 19s, I think, from Peter Jackson. And this movie is fucking amazing. This is my second one, Bad Taste. The third one, I'm gonna say, mm, The Toxic Avenger. I think they have 8 movies. They are completely shitty, but it's shitty that is amazing. You know, this is what I like about cinema.
Now, for the people that are still reading, please recommend us one book.
Oh my god, I never read in my life. I can't recommend you one book because I never read one book completely. I spend my time playing guitar instead of reading. So I don't know which book I can recommend you. Sorry.
That's okay. Now, let's get into the international experience that you have. So let's start with the basic one. Where have you played internationally?
Where? Oh my god. I already play in all Europe, like 22 countries in Europe. It's 23, something like this. You want me to mention these countries like France, Germany, England, Switzerland, Slovakia, Serbia, Croatia, Poland, Russia, mm, Italy, Spain, Portugal. What else? Mm, Czech Republic, Czech Republic. What else? What else? No, okay, I forget, but almost all Europe. Hungary, Slovakia, Denmark. No, Denmark, Dinamarca. Yeah, Denmark. And a lot of countries. I forget right now, but like 22, 23 from Europe. And we already play international in United States, Canada, Colombia, El Salvador, Guatemala, Brazil, and I think that's it. Yeah.
Of all those countries, in which do you have the most fans?
Russia, Russia, and Indonesia. But we never been in Indonesia before, so I can say it. But Indonesia has one of the biggest scenes in the world, and the biggest army, Acidez army, are in Indonesia. But we never been there before. We supposed to be there last year, but pandemic, so fuck off. And I think Russia, United States, Colombia. Okay, you told me only one, so Russia.
How do you interact with your fans from all over the world?
Okay, very, very important. For example, we are a band that we never stay in backstage all the time. So when we are playing music in another country, we like to spend time with our fans, like going out. We love to see the other bands playing too, the supporter bands from the show, like bands who are opening for us. We love to see these bands. We love to drink beer with the fans. We love to be in the merch table with the fans. So we are a band that we are totally mm, totally humans, like fuck rockstar bullshit. So we are not like only backstage waiting for play. No, we like to get fun. We are in this. We are on this because we want to know another people. We want to know another scenes. We want to listen how the scene is in this city or in which country, wherever you want. So see, this is why we always are with the fans. So like normal people, we are normal. Fuck rockstar bullshit to stay all the time in backstage. Even in Mexico City, we are with the fans all the time.
And now, how does the technology help you widen your audience? How how do you use technology to grow your audience in the other parts of the world?
Yeah, very good. We are a band that we change completely the generation, like without internet and with internet. Ah, without social media and with social media. And when the band started, we didn't have nothing, no social media like today. So I think we start making this promotion until MySpace, then Facebook, and making videos, and I think helps a lot, really a lot.
Okay, now we're gonna go into Mexico's perception outside. So
Yeah.
how do you think Mexican metal is perceived in other countries?
Mm, they love it. For example, they love us that we sing in Spanish. We have songs in Spanish and English, and people from Europe say, "Don't sing in English." There's a lot of American bands. We like Spanish, but we sing in English because different countries, so people need English as well. But they love Mexico. They love our culture. They love our food. They love everything about us. And for example, they don't know too much about Mexican bands, but we have the responsibility to show them another bands, like metal bands, like 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 punk bands. For example, if they like thrash metal, we always recommend Strike Master. We always recommend Intoxicated, Hate Bullets. We always recommend Blaze Noise, Garrobos. We recommend Excluded, Los Monjos, a lot of bands, because they say we only know you guys from Mexico. I want to know more bands. So we said this is more bands.
Tell me three Mexican bands that you think should be known globally by everybody.
Oh, Garrobos. Actually, Garrobos can be in this question that you asked me before, that the best live bands. Garrobos are one of them too. They are totally killer. Garrobos are amazing live band. So I can recommend Garrobos a lot. And Strike Master, but Strike Master are international band too. So they have their people, but Strike Master. And I'm gonna say Hell Rot from Tijuana. They are a new band and they are amazing. They play. It's only one guy band, and he play like black trash rock and roll, and they are amazing. And I think they should be international as well. So Garrobos, Strike Master, and Hell Rot.
Okay. Now, what would you recommend bands in order to increase their international exposure?
I recommend touring for sure. For example, the first Acidez tours, it was okay, but a lot of people was like, "Oh, I didn't knew your band before, so I came to know your band." Or the first tour from Acidez were like not too much people on the shows, but in the second one more, three tours more, four more. So every time we tour is more and more and more, and it's making bigger and bigger. So I recommend bands to go out from the country for sure. Go out from the country and play as much that you can, and keep your eyes in the scene, in the world scene, not only in Mexico scene. Like, and for example, if you are using social media, write your post Spanish and English, because people want to know what you are saying, what you are selling, what you are something. And most of the Mexican bands don't write in English, so people from another country said, "I don't understand, fuck." So I recommend this, and I can recommend don't desperate, because music is hard. It's hard, and in this era is more difficult than before. But it's more easy because of social media. But it's more difficult because a lot of bands today, a lot of competition. It's not competition, but it's competition. A lot of a lot of music around. So it's difficult to have fans in this world, but I recommend to stay there, stay there, and don't desperate.
What are you most proud of in your career?
Mm, there is a lot of things. Mm, I think when we play in Colombia, in Rock al Parque, when we played in front of 90,000 people, like I think that day is the more proud day of my life. It's like the dreams comes true. This day I can say my dreams come true. But there's an also when I saw the vocalist from Exploited with Acidez t-shirt, I was really proud. When we played with the vocalist from Ineps in Canada, I was really proud. Mm, when we met the Sodom drummer in Colombia, and that he likes our band, and he told me that he knew our band before, and he get a t-shirt from us, and I have a picture he wearing the t-shirt with all the Sodom band. I think this was really proud for me. I think mm, uh, where else? I have a lot of moments. Mm, we were playing one day in Czech Republic in one festival called it Mighty Sounds, and in the back of us, they were agnostic from this band from New York, Hardcore Legends. They were looking all our show. So I was like playing and looking, oh, agnostic from is looking us, and for me, it was really proud to. Mm, the vocalist of Discharge, the guitarist and vocalist of Discharge like our bands, and they wear the t-shirts, and they recommend us. Discharge are really big band in punk, so they like us in this. What else? The split that we released with Troll Chaos 3 years ago, and this Troll Chaos is really popular band in the world, and now we are friends. Before they were like my idols and my wow, but now they are friends, so it's really proud to me. Where else? When we share the stage in Czech Republic with Marky Ramon, for example, it's like, oh my god, I'm sharing the stage with one punk legend, that it's Marky Ramon, the drummer from the Ramones. For me, it was really proud too. I think we have a lot of situations like this, but with these ones are okay.
Even though you're a very well-known band, there are probably people that still haven't heard of you. So
Yeah.
for those people, which song would you recommend to them as the first song to listen from Acidez?
Oh shit. It can be from the new album. No, it's not released already. If you don't know Acidez and you wanna know what is Acidez, I think I'm gonna recommend mm, the song. Yeah, Camino al Infierno for sure. It's one of the most popular songs right now, and I think because something. So I think, yeah, Camino al Infierno or Acid Trash Terrorist.
And we come to say goodbye. So anything you want to tell your fans all over the world, and just
No,
as a conclusion to the interview.
no, thank you. Thank you for this interview from Moshpit. I want to say to the fans and the supporters that keep keep the music alive, the scene, support your band, support the scenes, buying the original merchandise. I know it's really easy to listen the music on Spotify, but please don't forget to buy original merch. And still going to shows when this fucking pandemic can be over. Go to shows, and for sure wait for the new Acidez album, that it's gonna kick your asses, and it's gonna be released this year. I don't know, maybe before summer or maybe summer, but keep the eyes open for this album, because for sure it's gonna be the best Acidez album. And I want to know to the people also that I have another project, a side project called Green Mantis. It's black trash and roll. I have with one friend from Serbia. He's a vocalist and he play in one band with the name Terror Hammer. So he's my member of my band. It's my new project. I released this project 3 months ago. So listen to this project, Green Mantis, and that's it. Thank you for listening.
Thank you very much, Rodo, and thank you, everybody. Please remember to support your Mexican scene and your local scene all over the world because that's where everything grows from. Thank you
Yeah,
very much, and we'll see you next time.
yeah.